Welcome back, JDM fam. In today's video, we're going to be talking about everything that is wrong with my 2003 lifted RD7 Honda CRV. Now, it is a beautiful CRV. It looks great, but obviously it's over 20 years old. It's definitely not perfect. And so in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the things that are wrong with it. And I'm sure the CRV looks great in my videos, but I assure you guys, it is not perfect. There is nothing perfect about it. It's an old vehicle and it is a work in progress. So don't feel bad if you have problems with your CRV, because I have a lot of little issues with it, so we're going to go over some of that right now. Okay guys, so like I've said in previous videos, Hondas will last forever, at least the engines will. Now the bodies will have problems. You might have little things break, plastics will break, locks can break, door handles can act up, but the engines will last forever, guys. Honda makes a lot of really reliable engines. They last forever, basically, especially if you have a K-Series, these things will last forever. The CRV, the Type R, there are a lot of Hondas that have the K-Series. They are really reliable engines, and I absolutely love them. That is one thing that you have to look out for if you're buying an older Honda, is little things being broken. Test out windows, test out doors, locks, little things like that, because you can have an issue with those even if the engine runs great. And usually when you test out a car, if you test drive it or something, you might just be listening for noises with the engine and checking for leaks and stuff. But you definitely do want to check out the body, make sure that the body is good, straight, and there aren't too many broken things on the interior. But it is time that we talk about some of the things that are wrong with my CRV. I love the CRV, guys. It looks great, and I have been working really hard to make it look better and better. But there are a lot of little things that have broken through the years of owning the CRV. Some of them are our fault, so it's not Honda's fault for some of them, but I mean, you get wear and tear with things that you use often, and we drive the CRV all the time. So one thing in older vehicles you do have to look out for are the automatic locks acting up. Mine do act up. I cannot actually use the key fob to unlock all of them, but if I use the physical key, I can unlock the doors easily and lock them. You really take for granted using your key fob until you cannot use it anymore. Now, I can lock and unlock the doors with the physical key, which is great. I can lock all of the doors except for the driver door with the key fob, but the key fob will not work for the driver door. Super annoying. Definitely something that you have to remember if it ends up acting up on your CRV. You want to make sure you lock your doors, obviously, but that is one thing that is really annoying, is that I have to use the physical key to unlock the driver door. And it's not the biggest deal, but it is something that you take for granted, like I mentioned, until you cannot use it anymore. Another thing that's been acting up on my CRV are the windshield wiper sprayers. I really like how Honda took them off of the hood, like the older model CRVs and Civics. Now they're down here. That is pretty cool, but for some reason mine aren't working, and that is really annoying. I do have to go in there and check it out. It could just be low fluid, but that is something I wanted to mention. I haven't had it working for a few months now, and it could be low fluid, but I'm pretty sure the last time I messed with it, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago, they weren't working even when I filled up the reservoir. So definitely annoying. That is another big thing that really isn't a big deal until you cannot use it anymore, and then you really take it for granted, and then you really appreciate how easy it is just to pull on the wiper switch in there and spray your windshield. At least my windshield wipers work though, but that is another thing that you really don't think about until you don't have it. And another thing that is a really big deal is your AC. The AC in here has been acting up a little bit. It still works, but it does act up, and That is really annoying, especially because of how expensive it can be, and these second-gen CRVs really have a big problem with them acting up or going out. And once it goes out, you usually have to replace the whole system, which can be thousands of dollars, or replace your compressor. And just replacing your compressor can just be a short-term solution. Sometimes it doesn't always last. And from my experience, guys, I think I'm on my third AC compressor, and these things don't last that long if your AC compressor actually dies and basically puts metal all through your system. My last AC compressor lasted about 2 years. This one only lasted about a year, and it's already acting up, which is really annoying. But that is another thing that is wrong with the CRV, is that the AC compressor is acting up. It's still working, which is great, but it's not working as good as it did, and it definitely isn't consistent. And one thing that I've made a video about just a while ago, I don't know, maybe like a year ago, is the glove box. Glove box was locked. It would not let me get in. So I had to break into the glove box. And as I was trying to break into it, the handle was so brittle, it just broke right off. But I can get in here if I use a flathead screwdriver and pop it, which is really annoying. Haven't fixed this yet, and really I don't use the glove that often, especially because the CRV has a lot of areas you can store things. You don't absolutely need to use the glove, but it is really annoying that the glove is broken, and it is a little bit more difficult to get in, obviously. So that's another thing that's wrong with the CRV that I wish wasn't broken. But out of nowhere, guys, one day I could not get into the glove. It was locked. I tried the key wouldn't work. I tried prying it. There's a little thing in here you hit with the flathead screwdriver in there, pops the glove open. Obviously I can get in now, which is great, but it is a lot more work and hassle. Another thing that is really annoying is with the cluster. Now, obviously, all of these things on the list are things that are not the biggest deal. You can work around them, but you really take them for granted until you cannot use them anymore. The lights in my cluster stopped working out of nowhere. It's really annoying, and those are the lights that light up the cluster in the background so you can actually see what's going on. Now, what I do is just throw an LED light up here. It works when I do night driving. I just switch on this little LED light and toss it up here. It works good, but it is really annoying, and it is a quick fix, but I think I have to replace the cluster if I'm not mistaken. I looked it up a while ago. I have to look it up again if I actually get serious about changing out the cluster. But so far, guys, it's not the biggest deal. Everything still works on my cluster except for the lights that illuminate this cluster. And another thing that actually a commenter just talked about was the leak in the back window back here. I got a small leak back here, and I just totally forgot about it because it's just small enough that it doesn't run all over back here, and it doesn't really make a mess or fill up back here or really get all over the place. It's just enough. It goes down the window and it slightly leaks onto the plastic right there, and then it dries up. So it's not enough that is really annoying, but I believe it's coming from the seal of the hatch right there. It looks like it comes from right up there, and it just runs down the window just slightly. But there is a little bit, if you really spray on the window, that will get on the plastic right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. You might be able to see that. Yeah, there's a little bit that runs right there. It will dry up and then it just disappears. It is something that is really annoying, but I mean, I forgot about it, kind of disappears. You do have to clean the window on the inside a little bit more often, but I do want to fix this, and it will probably be something that I look into in the near future. And after all of those little things that you can work around and live with, there's basically just cosmetics. The trim's looking great, wrap looks really good. I need to update and redo the front bumper and rear bumper. They're not looking as good as they were. The back's not looking too bad, the paint that I did on the back hatch. And then I'm still missing this clip right here, which I looked for a while ago at the junkyard, could not find. I need to get one of those. It's like a little cap that goes over the roof rack. Definitely need to get that again. Otherwise, guys, I'm really liking how it looks. Just a little bit of cosmetic here and there. Headlights, are looking chipped after I wrapped it. All of the black and Nardo gray is going together so well, and I really like how it looks. The upgraded bigger all-terrain tires look really good. Still planning on installing the wheel spacers again. I think that is a really good look and a really aggressive add-on you can do to your CRV for sure. So look out for more videos, guys. I will be updating you guys with more on the CRV, more mods, more cosmetic fixes, and just everything about the second gen RD7 CRV, guys. Always trying to let you guys know everything that I do with the CRV. And so far,